What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is the Grand Master of Faster, and I did that completely wrong. And yet somehow life goes on. As you just saw, we collected our second type of mystical seed. These are mystery seeds. And as their name suggests, what they do is a complete and total mystery. But their main purpose is to be used in tandem with these owl statues. So every time you sprinkle a mystery seed on an owl statue, it will provide you with hints. It's kind of cool that they brought back the owl statues from Link's Awakening. However, I believe that particular owl statue is the only one that appears in the overworld. If memory serves, I believe that the rest of them are only found in dungeons. So, yeah, it's nice to have some hints if you're stuck somewhere in the game, or rather a dungeon. But wait! What's this? Those are the mystery seeds Queen Ambi has been demanding. Nice work, kid. I'll take you to the palace. Not bad, kid. You found them. Now come with me to meet Queen Ambi. Whoa, talk about getting the royal treatment. We have some very, very nice scenery here. Queen Ambi. He says he wishes to pay tribute. He brings the mystery seeds your majesty has been seeking. What have you brought before me? Mystery seeds! Nehru desires mystery seeds more than anything else. She will be most pleased. By what name do you go, boy? Link? I offer a reward, Link. Bring it here. Link, this is your reward. Take it with great thanks. And she'll give us a new car! No, not really, but she will give us bombs, which will prove to be helpful. My palace is very large. You will not be able to find the way out alone. I shall guide you. Let's go, kid. Will that boy be able to return? Yes, your majesty! Oh dear, here comes disaster. Link, ha! You've done well. First you let me through the barrier, now you bring me mystery seeds. Such a nice boy. Taking advantage of people's kindness is too easy. This makes one less thing that can obstruct my ambitions. But these mystery seeds are unpleasant. Their sight and smell. Anyhow. Queen Ambi. Now, with my powers, the flow of time is yours to command. For you, I shall create a day that never ends, so the people will never sleep, and work on the tower can continue. And when the tower reaches the heavens, you shall go down in history as the greatest queen to ever live. Oh, I shall be known as a great queen. Nehru, Oracle of Ages, give me an endless day so the people can work without stopping to rest. Young and old alike will work toward my ends. You did exactly what I would have done, buddy. Now, remember how Nehru, or rather Varan, said she did not like mystery seeds. You will want to keep that in mind for a later part of the game. But anyway, we got bombs from Queen Ambi, that's pretty good. And with those bombs, we can actually enter the second dungeon. Now, as we are walking towards the dungeon, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the development of the Oracle games. As I said before, they were originally going to be remakes of the 2 NES games, along with 4 original games, making the series a 6-game set. However, as you might have expected, this proved to be rather complicated. So instead, what Nintendo decided to do is that they decided to collaborate with Capcom and make the series 3-game set. They were collectively known as the Mystical Seed games, and each game in the series centered around a certain piece of the Triforce. So there was the Mystical Seed of Power, Wisdom, and Courage. However, even this proved to be too complicated for Nintendo, because the games relied on a password feature in which you could trade items back and forth between the 3. And this proved to be very, very difficult with the Game Boy Color's limited hardware. I guess it might have been possible on the Game Boy Advance, but anyway, they decided to scrap the idea and reduce the amount of games down to 2. And those 2 games became Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. And what we know based on Zelda Wiki is that the 3rd game, the Mystical Seed of Courage, was originally going to have an item called the Magic Paintbrush. And this item would allow you to, quote-unquote, manipulate the essence of color in the land. Because apparently Furore had the power to control color in all life. Which makes sense, given the goddess Furore was responsible for creating all life in Hyrule. But anyway, enough of me yapping. Right here, we have our 2nd dungeon, and now that we have bombs, we can blast the entrance. To enter Level 2, Wing Dungeon. So, right off the bat, we are going to want to get some mystery seeds beneath these pots in order to find out what this owl statue has to say to us. Good defense is the best offense against spikes. This is because, it's the return of these spiky beetles. As usual, flip them over with your shield and then hit their vulnerable underside. And we want to go, well, actually no, because that is a locked door. We want to go right over here to another dice puzzle. Yeah, these again. Well, this one's not that bad. First, you want to push the dice to this position, then down, left, up, and continue to push left so that it will land on red. There we go. Okay, some more ropes here, but before we go down... Whoa, dude, sir. No sense of personal space. Alright, behind this wall we have a chest that contains the dungeon map. Very, very nice. If we check the map, we can see that the dungeon layout looks like a bird. How appropriate, given the dungeon's name. Except aside from Keese, I can't really think of any enemies that have wings in here. Okay, we want to head to the right where we meet up with the Sparks again. Remember, these guys will run along the walls of a room. They cannot be killed by any weapons except the boomerang. Unfortunately, we are not going to get the boomerang until quite a bit later in the game. Alright, come on sir, I need you to die, thank you very much. There we go, we got our first key. Woot woot! Now we gotta backtrack all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. There is a tiny bit of backtracking in this dungeon, but it's not the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world will occur in this game, in terms of backtracking. You will see. Oh dear God, you will see in one of the future dungeons. But fortunately, we don't have to worry about it for quite some time. And can I outrun him? Yes! Very good. Okay, so we want to deal with these ropes quickly. And here, if you look at the south wall, we have another cracked wall. And where does this lead? To a staircase. I'm pretty sure you figured it out by now, but the red moblins take 1 hit and the blue moblins take 2. So, overall, my day's been going rather well. Nothing disastrous happened. I finally downloaded Pokemon Go, and needless to say, I am having an absolute blast. I caught a Ghastly and an Eevee today, which was amazing. Well now! That rope was a jerk. I wonder if his mother ever told him it's not polite to push people down the stairs. But anyway, here's another small key. But yeah, as I was saying, Pokemon Go is a blast. My only problem is that it's... well, it's everyone's problem, the servers, and... yeah, I'm not surprised given how many people are playing it that the servers are down quite often. But what can you do? Or rather, did you expect anything less? But anyway, if we move this block and open this chest, I believe this is the compass? Yes, it is! Very nice. Now, how many chests do we have? We actually have quite a few chests. And we've got some more moblins to deal with. And wow, I just noticed I am down to only 2 hearts. Well, the mini-boss is coming up, but the good news is... that actually makes me worried about the mini-boss. Good news is that he really isn't that difficult. So let's go up ahead and fight him. One with no wings is no match for me. We shall see. Meet Swoop. So basically what this guy is going to do is going to hover above you and try and land on top of you. And I failed that time, but when he does land, you'll want to give him a good solid swipe with your sword. I personally find that spin attacks work really, really well. Oh, and take care not to fall down the holes that he leaves behind, because otherwise you'll have to start the battle all over again. And that's never fun. Okay, now he's getting a little faster, and when he does get faster, he's going to bounce multiple times. Another thing is that he won't create a hole if he lands on one of the blue tiles. Alright, I think he should take one more spin attack. There he goes! Not a difficult mini-boss at all. By the way, if you do fall down one of the holes, it's not that difficult. You just land in a pile of bones and some hooded Stalfos. But in order to get back up to the mini-boss room, you'll want to take a right, head up these stairs, back to the left, and there you are. And now I think is a good time to end this video. So next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages, we're going to continue our journey through the Wing Dungeon and hopefully find the second essence of time. As usual, please be sure to leave a like or comment below, or subscribe to my channel in the bottom right portion of the screen. Every one of those really, really helps. See you guys next time.